I've had a few questions asked regarding my design process in creating Hockey Legacy Manager leagues, and I fully understand why so many are curious. This video will cover everything starting from conceptualization to implementation. I will be using the TUHL as my prime example, as it is the league I am most proud of. I love Excel sheets. It's the entire core of all my leagues and the only way I could keep all of this knowledge organized. So the first part of my creative process starts with my Hockey Legacy Manager Catch-All. I apologize for the searing white, but this is Microsoft 2007, the only version I use. For the TUHL in particular, I tried to make the league half Canada, half the States, to remedy the NHL's problem of having the creators of the sport being the minority of the teams. So I begin by listing 16 cities I want to use for the league that are in Canada. Now this is tricky due to Canada's lack of major cities, which is why I used two fictional cities that I made previously while playing Cities Skylines. The states work differently. It may have plenty of major cities, but I did use my own personal bias when creating the league, which is the sole reason many of you hockey experts wonder, why did Butte, Montana get a team, while Boston, Massachusetts didn't? Once I have the cities I want, I begin placing names I think are best for the city/state. Some cities require a lot of research, others are the easiest thing I've ever thought about. I also have to remember that any ideas that I have that aren't ideal, I can just use as a historic or defunct team name. All of Utah's previous names were fitting and historic, so I kept them all for legacy purposes. My brain moves a mile a minute, so I ponder how each of these cities and names could result in a fully fledged hockey team. Color palettes, general logo ideas, history, year of establishment, and I put it all toward a final Excel sheet for all 32 teams in the league. Small things like naming the team in Colorado Rocky Mountain for flair, or renaming the New York Knights to the New York Knights as a play on words. I jot all the specifics down and I go into the next step of my creative process. I am going to be completely honest and state the unfortunate. I was forced to use artificial intelligence to create these logos. I fully agree that AI art is not art, and AI artists should never even earn a dime over actual artists. My decision to use an AI generation tool was due to my lack of all drawing abilities, analog or digital. I can't even draw a decent stick figure, so I do not consider myself an artist. Now, that doesn't mean I just generate the logo and call it a day. Allow me to guide you through my design process. Because of how dumb and useless AI is, I usually have to spell it out to it like I would a toddler, and it still somehow makes so many obvious mistakes. For this example, I will redesign Motor City's logo. As you can tell, it kinda looks AI generated in the center, and the text is outside of the logo, which is also not good. I do regret allowing this final design to slip through my own personal quality checks, but hey, now I can fix my own blunder. My prompts, if you will call it, begin like this. A logo for a hockey team called Motor City Machine. Do not feature a hockey stick. Feature a large cog with the text inside of the cog. Feature a V8 engine in the center. Then I press enter and hope it's what I'm imagining in my head. I usually have to hit enter 15 to 20 times before it actually gives me what I had pictured. I have to watch for patterns so I know what else to put in the prompt, like 2010 style or vector design. Here is my wall of failed prompts. Notice how 8 of the 15 failed generations misspelled machine. Finally, it gave me close to what I had in mind. It gave me this one with a typo, so I asked it to fix the typo, which gave me this one with the weird looking cog. This is when I opened Paint 3D, the modern version of MS Paint. Because it wasn't perfect, I have to do some manual edits, such as moving the correct text to the correct cog, essentially combining the two logos to make something better. Then I make some color changes and give it a transparent background for implementation. Now I have a finished logo, ready to be implemented to a Hockey Legacy Manager League. Before I move on, I'd like to take this moment to announce I will eventually have a professional artist make better renditions of every single logo in the league. I still hate that my magnum opus is somewhat AI assisted in any form, and I want to remedy that fact. I still haven't decided who exactly will be my artist, but I can guarantee they will be paid fairly. As for the current logos I have, I will never use these AI assisted images for merchandise. This is the easiest part, but also somewhat the slowest and most boring part. Thankfully, thanks to Hockey Legacy Manager's simplicity, it isn't terrible. I go into the league editor and create a league. I fill out all the forms and name the awards, and I have it generate 32 placeholder teams. Then, one by one, I swap out for the correct information and design the uniforms. This part is somewhat on the fly, but I always have a general idea of what I want for the uniform. Some of the uniforms can't really be shown with this simple banner design, but I can get close enough, and I do like the simple banner system. Once that is done, I go into settings, then league settings, to tweak everything to be ideal for the league I am working with. Unfortunately, having mixed leagues are still impossible. I've been hard at work trying to get the maker of Hockey Legacy Manager to remedy this. Hopefully by Hockey Legacy Manager 27, we will have mixed leagues. I hope this was helpful to anyone curious, and I hope you can forgive me for using artificial intelligence. Download the Traditional Union Hockey League on Hockey Legacy Manager 26. And be excited for TUHL 2.0 with the release of Hockey Legacy Manager 27.